Hey, this is Jeff Becerra from Possessed, and you're listening to the Brutally Delicious podcast.
Brutally Delicious!
Hey, you are listening to the Brutally Delicious podcast. See what I did there? It's kind of like dark and evil because we got Possessed coming on.
Nice.
Yeah. You didn't laugh. You didn't think that was good?
Well, I was waiting for you to say the Brutally Delicious podcast. I'm Bruce.
Oh, well.
But you never said you're Bruce.
I am Bruce.
I'm the guy that met John Schneider waiting tables at an IHOP in the 90s. So, you know, there's that.
If you know who John Schneider is, send us an email. We want to know. I knew, but I don't know if many of our fans know because they're probably listening to this in their mom's basement or something, and they weren't around for the two shows that he was in.
The Dukes of Hazzard. Smallville.
Oh, Smallville. I remember from the Dukes of Hazzard. Denise was probably the Smallville fan.
I watched the Dukes of Hazzard growing up.
Yeah.
But I didn't watch Smallville because I didn't have cable at the time because I was a broke-ass musician.
Right. Right.
If I had money, I was buying guitars or some shit.
Right. So today is an interesting one because I have been a Possessed fan since 1983 when the first record came out, and it was like revolutionary back in 83. It was so fucking heavy and like pretty much the start of, or what some would consider the start of death metal, you know, with those guttural vocals and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
And, Jeff Becerra, I think his name is, or I think that's his pronunciation, but he is credited widely with, you know, being the godfather of the death metal thing. So it was kind of cool to be able to sit down and talk to him because they had a huge hiatus from 1983 to 87, I think they were playing. And then after that, they didn't do anything till like 2017.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And I had a really long conversation with him. He's gone back and gotten his like degree in law. He's done a whole bunch of other things. There, he had some health issues, but now he's back. But their new record, Revelations of Oblivion on Nuclear Blast, has been all over everybody's end of the year charts, and it's really heavy, and it's a return to like their original heavy death metal kind of shit. It's kind of cool.
Is this the singer that's in the wheelchair on stage?
It is.
Oh, that's so amazing, man.
Yeah, he's amazing. I mean, I saw him on stage, and he doesn't let it define him at all. He's everywhere. He's doing his thing, and amazing.
It's just not something you see every day.
No.
And I think I don't know how to put this, so I won't put it anywhere. That's what I said to my wife last night.
Oh! Hey, speaking of that, your hands move me into the right position. I stick up between two people, and if I'm in a small one, I rub against your leg.
A fleshlight.
Oh, a gear shift.
Oh, a gear shift.
Dude, you suck at this game.
We are not endorsed by Fleshlight.
At any rate, yeah, I mean, he doesn't let it define him. He's all over that stage, and I mean, it's just amazing to see that he rebounded, you know, after all these years that he's back, and I'd say in top form. I mean, the record's great. Live, they were great. Killer stuff.
Oh, man, I can't wait to hear this interview.
So, if you want, without further ado, we'll go ahead and get into the interview with Jeff.
Let's get him.
As much as you want.
How's the this first cruise you guys have done, right?
Yeah, well, we did Bars to Hell, and
back in like 10 or 11 or whatever. Okay.
I loved playing. I mean, we played day 2.
Right.
Out on the deck, which is really cool because it's like, wow, I'm on a ship and, you know, the ocean and the sun and people rocking out. It's just really kind of a unique experience in and of itself.
And it was packed.
Yes.
That was a great gig there.
Oh, well, you liked it, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
So I'm a fan since way back. I mean, I'm obviously old school, so I don't know when that was, 86? What was Seven Churches, 86, 87?
85.
Okay, so that was
we wrote it in 81, 82.
Oh, really?
We were touring it by gigging it by early 83, and we recorded it in 85.
Okay, so yeah, so right around 85, 86 is when I probably picked up on it. So I'm an old school fan, so it was nice to see you guys. Since the beginning, yeah. I mean, I had it on cassette, if that tells you anything. You know,
nice.
I don't even think they make cassettes anymore.
But before they invented CDs. You know?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to jump around because that's while we're here.
That's right.
How does it feel to be considered like the, I don't know, Godfather's
The creator, the original, the number one death metal guy.
Yeah. However you want to put that. How does it feel? Is that a lot of pressure or?
No, not at all. I mean, the truth is the truth. We Possessed was very much the first and only death metal band on the planet. I know a lot of people get aggravated for me saying that, but it's not something I'm saying out of ego. It's just that the truth is important to me, and there's no money or anything in it. It's just that I think that I'm proud of what my band did, and I love that. And so we were the first death metal band. Of course, to make a genre, it takes a hell of a lot more than just Possessed.
Right.
But being the first of many is really
right. I mean, you guys pretty much kicked open the gates, though, right?
Yeah, of course. And then Chuck from Death came and lived with us at the Possessed fan clubhouse.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Kind of
so there's a connection there.
Yeah, he asked my permission to call Death a death metal band.
Really?
He was officially, he's known as number 2.
Right.
But it's kind of debatable because Sadist was there, remember? So Sadist has got totally looked over because while Sadist was really a great band, they didn't even have a PA. They were singing through a guitar amp, and they weren't organized well. But Chuck was very focused. We were kind of really like-minded in a lot of ways, right? And I think that it's important that Death really kind of made that Floridian sound.
Yeah, absolutely.
At the beginning but if you listen to early Possessed and early Death, there's like a thrashy undertone to it, right? So a lot of people want to say, "Oh, it's thrash metal," but there's very important distinctions. It's very not thrash metal.
Right.
It doesn't have that skip time, has that straight time, and the subject matter is completely different, of course.
Oh yeah.
And the Cookie Monster vocals, of course.
Right.
That's very. Oh, thank you. And what was I saying? So, I just got a coffee. So,
okay.
And so I think to people like me, it's very obviously OSDM is the new term, I guess, old school death metal.
Right. Okay.
And so I think that it's important not to try to make that. I think it's a significant factor in OSDM is that thrashy undertone. Mm-hmm. Just like folk death metal has a significant folk undertone.
Sure.
Or Floridian death metal has that Florida sound. And
it definitely got the Florida sound, like the whole Cannibal, that whole thing. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, tight like
Morbid Angel, I think, is out of there, right?
Yes. Morbid Angel was very significant, and so was that thrashing in the beginning, right?
Right.
And I love that because you can do melodies, and there's that, whenever you just get that, there's that Cookie Monster straight, which I love too.
Sure.
There's some Cannibal Corpse. And they're just going sick with it, they don't give a fuck. And I love that, dude. I love all death metal, and I think that the more the merrier. I don't know. I'm kind of spinning off.
No. Just
you give me permission.
Those are the better interviews when you can just go and we don't even touch the questions much. So along those same lines we were talking about, how does it feel? I mean, your crowds are probably multi-generational, right? Because you got people that are, like me, bringing my kid to the shows, right? Because that's a pretty cool thing.
Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of younger audience. You'll play hundreds of thousands of people out in Europe, and then I'll say, how many people have seen Possessed before? And maybe a quarter.
Right.
How many people are seeing me for the first time? And wow, oh shit, and that's exciting. And
yeah, because they're like the kids, right? They're 15. They're the ones who are going to buy the records and stuff.
Yeah, I mean. I think that, of course, I worship my old school fans, and, I'm very indebted to them, so I'm not going to spin off and do anything crazy,
Right.
But I'm wanting to push the boundaries and step outside, color outside the lines,
Sure.
And I think they're being a little more forgiving, since the new album, because I definitely colored a little out of the set,
Right.
And I used to never be able to get away with that, right? So now I can do that, and so I'm going to keep trying to push it more.
And do you think that's because there are, a whole new school coming in, or you think that's because people like me are just more forgiving as we're
I think it's just
getting older?
It's a much better album, too.
Yeah.
Remember, I was working with, 1980s analog equipment back then. And we didn't want to get that 80s sound. That's all we could get. So,
right.
The money and time we had allotted. So, but now, I don't see how bands spend millions of dollars on albums because it's all so much easier.
Very DIY. Very, very DIY, sure.
We recorded our album, the foundational tracks on a laptop, you know?
Sure.
So then we took that in and used that to trigger the effects and everything else. But I mean, it's probably 90% analog, and of course, I want to take advantage of that big hard drive, so you can just take note. Okay, we'll keep that.
Yeah.
And you have everything all the time, right?
Oh, sure, absolutely. So you guys have played. Let's see what I got here. You guys have played lots of the summer festivals. How does a festival like this compare where you're kind of cooped up? Is it?
Oh, I like it. I like it because maybe my situation and stuff. Like I can rest whenever I want. I can hang out, and I think I might have partied too hard the first 2 days.
And now you're recovering.
Now I'm gonna just relax,
right,
and hang out with my father and kick back and talk to the supporters and interviews. And I wish it wasn't over though. I feel like
I was just talking to the PR people, the publicists on the way up here. I can't believe we're on day 4 and we're already rolling out the door.
So we leave tomorrow?
Yeah, in the morning, 8 o'clock.
Oh, no. 8? That's so sad.
Isn't it, right? I mean, it just feels like you're just getting rolling. And
yeah, it should be longer.
I've seen so many great... What bands have you seen that...
Oh, my God. Did you see Candlemass?
I did see Candlemass, yes.
Sick,
they ripped it, yeah.
God, that was...
I like them, and I don't know where you are on the spectrum of music, but I saw Omnium Gatherum last night for the first time.
Oh yeah, they were awesome.
Holy shit!
Yeah, like holy shit! Like wow.
I had no idea what to expect because I've heard records or whatever, but they don't compare to live. Live, they're pure energy and pure power. It was great.
They're like one of those bands that's like awesome live. Like,
I was blown away. Somebody said you got to go see them. All right, cool. Mm-hmm. It fit in the schedule, and I was totally blown away by how
that's exactly where I'm going from too. Like,
yeah, it's good stuff. What do you have planned for after this? You guys going to do a follow-up to Revelation?
Well, I'm going to play with Mr. Bungle at the Warfield. Remember Mr. Mike Patton from Big
Yeah, you're playing with them?
Yeah, and
so is Dave Lombardo playing too?
Yeah, and Scott Ian on guitar.
Really?
Yeah. But I saw the floor seats going at $600 a pop. Yeah, all the shows sold out in 30 seconds.
Well, I imagine. Mm-hmm. Mike Patton, he's one of those guys that just does so much shit.
Yeah, I guess what he wanted to do was because they're gonna play their demo thrash material.
Okay.
So they wanted to get the people that were inspirational to them, and they said Mike was looking for. So I didn't even know Mike knew me, but I guess he reached out to my record company and said well, I sound so like dumb saying this, but I guess he said like Jeff was he asked for me by name, which was really cool. So I guess I influenced him in a significant
at least
way.
at some point, yeah. Mm-hmm. But so that's really cool. I mean, Mike's one of those guys that does all those weird things, right? I mean, he does the Mr. Bungle, he does the Faith No More, and then he did what's the thing he did with Lombardo?
Oh, I missed that. I don't know. I probably
it was a punk band. Just recently, he did. I can't think of what the name of.
I can't.
It doesn't matter. Anyway, he does a lot of cool stuff, so that's great. Are you guys going to do a bunch of shows?
No, just one show.
One show.
And then I go on tour in March for like 20 days or a month with Pestilence, and so I'm going to fire up my traveling circus again, the 45-foot bus.
Wow.
The bus from hell.
Yeah.
And go on a U.S. tour. So.
And with Pestilence, that's a pretty good tour, so I'll probably hopefully catch you around.
Yeah, I'll be on the East Coast.
Oh, really? Yeah, so I'm just up in Richmond. Mm-hmm. So lastly, I mean, how does it make you feel to be, when you guys finally hit that stage back after so long?
Remember I was touring since 2007.
Right. No, but I mean, as the Possessed.
Yeah. Well, it took me a long time to get, like, I've been through like 27 members or something. So I'm always looking for the best kind of musicians, and I feel like I found it now, which is cool, and like I don't want to change musicians at all. Even though I am taking a different guitarist and drummer on tour with me on the March tour.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm going to take Gabe Stieber and Clayton. Oh my God, oh my God. Anyway, Clayton. He Kegel or something, but he's a young guitarist and a younger drummer, and they're really good guys. So, and that's not because I'm replacing anybody, but because of logistics, and they're off on another tour with well, because remember Dan's also in Jerusalem, so he's going to be touring there, and you kind of have to do that in a modern band a lot of ways. You have to be kind of flexible and fluid. So
excellent. All right, and lastly, I guess are you working on any follow-ups yet, or is it too early?
Well, yeah, I'm already
Always
writing
writing?
too. Yeah. Well, I remember because when I got shot twice, it took the steam out of me. I lost my fucking mind for a while, and then I had to get my bearings again. And luckily, I went to college and made straight A's, president of my class, and San Francisco State University was a phenomenal experience for me and really challenging. And I like that in my life, and I think that when you stop doing that, then life becomes really even harder. And so, and it doesn't have to be something, climbing Everest. It's just, I think that it's important to keep engaged. Yeah, keep engaged. Yeah. So anyway, so I'm spinning off again. Yeah, so
spinning off is the best. That's what we get the best.
Writing. I'm always writing. I shouldn't be. I should be writing harder, but I'm still kind of. There's an album cycle, and you tour more and more of the album until you're just touring all the songs and a couple old ones. And so we're about maybe 2/3 of that through, and then once we're done with that, then we can put out the next one. You don't want to put out an album. You want to, yeah.
So you don't buy into this new music industry standard where they're just doing singles or songs every month, or you're still like the old school album kind of guy, right?
Oh, well, I do like albums. I think that
I know for sure.
Yeah, to do teasers that we put out like the Shadow Cult and the live. We do some live singles, and that's because it's your fans want to watch you, and you can reach a lot of people through videos. They don't make any money, but you do see a lot of people. A lot of people. You'll see 200,000 people have seen it like this year, and that's significant. So I think it's important to do that. And I think that, but the album, I am all about the album. I wanted to do a double album, and when I know they don't do that, I don't know why people don't do that anymore. But then, so the
attention spans.
The number one criticism that Revelations of Oblivion, our new album, got was it's too long. I was like, what? Attention like when spans, you get a steak, it's like, is it too big?
Yeah.
No, I don't understand it. I don't understand that.
No.
All right, what is up? It is Pathos back with another pick of the day on the Brutally Delicious podcast. What I bring you today is from the heart of the continent of Europe, a band called Karg. Hailing from the beautiful country of Austria, they bring forth their latest album, Traktat, atmospheric, post-black metal, post-rock influence. The track you hear underneath me right now is Tod wo blat dein Frieden. You just gotta love all these words, and I really don't have a clue if I'm pronouncing them right or not. But that's besides the point, because music's a universal language, am I right? Okay? I personally am myself a big fan of kind of a post-rock, post-black metal sound. Very reminiscent of DBSM type of bands. Think Advent Sorrow. But it also has kind of that newer style like Seor. And really what I just love about this style of music is that it just makes you bow your head and close your eyes and just wonder about life, honestly. There's really not a whole lot of other styles that are able to do it as well as bands like Karg. There's really nothing to say on the production. The production is done very well. Nothing sticks out and distracts you. It lets you enjoy the music and just sit there in it. If you could take the classic dark poetry of Edgar Allan Poe and Emily Dickinson, this is what it would sound like right here. As of a February 14th Facebook post, this album, Traktat, was number 34 on the German charts. Us in America, we can't even imagine anything like this being on any national chart. The band has a video out for this currently on social media, so be sure to check that out. Find them on Bandcamp, Facebook, YouTube. Guys, you're going to love this band. Until next time, this is Pathos with his pick of the day on the Brutally Delicious podcast.
Hello out there.
Yes, hello out there, everyone. I'm Hal Schwartz.
And I'm Flynn McLean. Together we host None But the Brave, a podcast dedicated to the music and career of Bruce Springsteen.
Bruce and E Street Band are on tour right now for the first time in 6 years, and we're taking a detailed look at what's happening on stage in our bi-weekly episodes.
We've also been recently joined by some very exciting guests, including rock journalist Warren Zanes and Stephen Hayden, Backstreet's Magazine founder Charles Cross, and Barstool's Kirk Minahan.
If you're a diehard Springsteen fan, this is the show for you.
So please subscribe to None But the Brave on your favorite podcasting platform, and we hope to see you further on up the road.
Thank you so much. We'll be seeing you.